Down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Cook. On 1st and 10, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Cook. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Try to lay one up deep. They got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Room here to run. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Cook looking to throw on 2nd down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Cook on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Now Cook. And this will be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Cook now throwing again on 2nd and 10. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Cook from the gun, he'll throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He juked him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Snap comes at 1. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part, getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a catch made by Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Cook to throw on 3rd down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cook. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cook steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Cook throwing on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. To throw is Cook on 1st and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Zone.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, they're working on it for a little bit.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's going to go down again. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
319. 319.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ohio! Ohio! Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's second and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. The try here for the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cook now on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Cook, operating from the gun. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Back to throw. Cook. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Cook from the gun, he'll throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, check 26. Move 58.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
To throw is Cook. To throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Cook now, throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Cook looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Looking to throw. Cook. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rodgers now to throw. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jace Amaro, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to slither by. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's Cook. Throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Cook throwing on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Cook. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw is Cook on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be...
Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first, here's Washington. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Washington. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. the former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure him.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Cook now, going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cook to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on 1st down. Cook. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A handoff to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
Flush to his right, losing 9 yards there, and it also brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
This is Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Bills, they've grabbed the lead over the Jets. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Here's Cook on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by HOU. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Cook throwing on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw is Cook. Back to the air on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Lambo to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help.
Play on PS4 Pro.
Listen up, you maggots. We're going to take that bunker if... Private Lewis, what is it?
Just...
What?
It's your eyes, sir. I never noticed how blue they were.
Appreciate every detail with PS4 Pro.
PlayStation